Well, here we are, getting ready for Christmas Eve. And of course, wine is a big part of that. One of the wines we're going to try to enjoy tonight is this, as you may know, one of my favorite properties, really. San Giusto Rentennano from Tuscany. This is a 2003, and you see the wrapping here on the bottle. They do that. They even do that actually at the vineyard, as we discussed before, for some of the old vintages, so that the label doesn't get damaged by humidity. So this is, wine with great provenance, 2003. It's really on the older side. Hani, my friend Hani, and I bought a few when we found them available, and this was after my discovery of Ricolma at a tasting that we have discussed in the past, and that was sort of one of the things that actually really opened my eyes to the beauty, the potential beauty of and purity of Merlot when it comes from such incredible quality. So San Giusto at Rentennano, we have a video on the site with a visit we did there, which was just incredible. You folks can look it up. It's in the heart of Tuscany, an old castle that was really part of some of the wars that went on 400 or 500 years ago between Siena and Florence. It's an offshoot of the Ricasoli family, so they're related, and they're kind of on opposite hills, if you want. But it has become its own family under the Di Sigala, Martini di Sigala family for the probably close to 100 years, maybe a bit less. And so they make Chianti, several grades, going all the way up to the 100% Tuscan called Per Carlo, that we have also reviewed many times together. And this is their wine, a wine that's 100% Merlot called La Ricolma. That's really their, if you want, their pride and joy. And it's not a very big production. It's really made with the best vines and the best grapes they get on any given year. The rest they'll sell. And that's like, there was a year in 2018, I think, where they basically didn't make any Ricolma because the Merlot wasn't very good, so they kind of sold it into the trade. And for whatever reason, the harvest wasn't great. And so this is a wine that takes its time. It's fermented in stainless steel. It's aged for 22 months in large barriques. And then it's aged in bottles for a few months before it's released. So we're talking, it comes to market 2.5 years often or more after really it comes to market. 2003 is really the 10th anniversary. This wine was first made in 1993. The color is still pretty vigorous. Some of the younger Ricolma have had more intensity, but you expect this evolution here. And a little bit of, not much really, just a little bit of orange around the rim. This bottle has been open very long, and I don't necessarily know that it needs a lot of time. It's going to evolve nicely during the evening. On the nose, it's just got that directness that I've always found with the Ricolma. It's really kind of doesn't really deviate. It's very sharp, very direct, very like laser focused, let's say, on some red fruits and a little bit of spiciness. So again, it's that middle of the range, sort of in terms of the palate. It has a little bit of age, on the nose, if you know what I mean. A little bit of that sort of different kind of ethanol on it, but it's just really beautiful. Excuse me. In the mouth. It's got these beautiful cherries, really sort of, that you often find in Tuscany. Nice acidity, really sharp, but not very pronounced. So you can detect it. It's going to help you with whatever you choose to have for dinner. But it's not, like an acidity that's noticeable beyond that. And that sort of, the age gives it a little bit of that softness, but also a little bit of alcoholic development that adds maybe some oxidation, just very slight. It's still primary fruit, plum, a little bit that sort of old leather, you know, old sort of this old leather patina that you get from these old wines. Very, very fine tannins, almost unnoticeable, but they're there. They kind of wrap the whole thing together. And the finish is not super long, but it's there. I mean, I can still feel it. And it's you know, again, a little bit more plum, lighter plum, and the cherry is really on the front. The plum really comes in at the end. Just a beautiful wine. It's really, what I like about this wine is just, again, as I said, very direct, very straight. It doesn't have layers that go in this direction. It has layers that go straight down, if you know what I mean. And so this is the focus you can get with a really, I think, well-made Merlot, or maybe some other stuff as well. Anyway, great wine for this evening. I'm glad I have another bottle to share maybe later on with a few more people. In the meantime, Merry Christmas, and see you soon.